Hello everybody, welcome back to a Fix It. It's Saturday, but we'll call it a Fix It Friday. Anybody knows us, when we've been away, we've got this lovely table that we use, and we've had a couple of comments saying how nice the table is. I mean, it's been well used, but you just can't buy this table anymore, apparently. It's a HiGear table. We've had it for more years than I care to remember. Now, basically, the slats are all held together in place by elastic. You know, last year, so it's taken me a while. Last year, one of the elastics broke, so all the slats on one side basically just come apart. So there was nothing holding them together. So I went ahead and I bought some elastic. Dingy bingy bingy bongy. And I thought, I need some way of getting it through the tiny little holes. I'll show you the tiny little holes in a minute. So I borrowed a bit of welding wire from work, thinking that'll go through the hole, which it does. I would then super glue said elastic somehow to the wire and then pull it through, easy peasy, job done, kippers and custard, done and dusted, all that lot. Well, that didn't work. That really didn't work. It just kept falling off because the hole in the metal slats is quite small, larger than the elastic, larger than the wire, but small enough for when the elastic to foul on the inside when you're trying to pull it through the second hole to come out. It releases from the super glue. So I thought, I know what, I need a needle. But then I'm thinking, if I had a needle and that's threaded through a needle, that's not going to go through easy. Daughter offered to bring a darning needle round, and I said not to bother. And she's offered also to come around, so she may take part in this video later on if she appears, because she's got smaller fingers, so she thinks smaller fingers is going to do a better job. I don't think so. So what I've done is I've come up with this as a solution. Now I've tried it, it does work. I've actually threaded one piece through, and then between each of the slats you have a little plastic grommet which is supposed to separate. Now I've lost some of these, but these are supposed to separate each of the slats. I've got enough to do one side, but I haven't got enough to do the other sides because the elastic goes up in a 2-channel kind of formation. So I've got enough to put up one side, which is good enough for me because it will separate them, so that's fine. So I've got those. So I managed to thread one through, and then I used this. I'll put the little sleeve of plastic over the top, pulled it over, and it came away from the elastic. The elastic then decided it was going to not stay in the slat and roll out again. So I've got to do it all again, which I thought, right, good chance for you to see my hack. If you've got one of these tables and the elastic's broken, you get some elastic, you can re-string it, and I shall show you now what my hack is. So it's a piece of wire. This could be any piece of wire, and as long as it goes through the hole, you'll be fine. And I've used some, excuse me, I've used some, any brand will do. This is 100 meters of 4-pound break-in strain fishing line. So what I've done, I've made a loop and super glued that loop to my welding rod, so like Jonathan Was. And I doubt if you're going to see that, but there we go. I don't know if you can, but that there is enough for me to, and this is, I think this is the trick. The width of the slat is that long, so you need to double back on that, the amount of elastic you want to put through. So you feed that through and double back it through, and then you'll be able to see in a minute. So you see I'm in through the loop. I can then pull this through the hole, and hopefully that doesn't come undone like it just pinged then, and that should just pull through. If it does, I'm going to have to re-stick that. Bit concerned now. I think it's alright. I've only done one, so let's have a go. I'll put the camera to one side and hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about. let's put you over here. Okay, here. We're in the garage at the minute. So, here are the two holes. So the elastic is going to go through here and it comes out the other side. And we're going to go through to this end and then I'm going to come back and then I'm going to terminate it inside here. So I'll bring the two pieces of elastic out and then from there what we'll do is we'll tie it off tight and let it spring back in. It should be good to go. So here is my welding rod. I'm going to put that through. That's the only tricky bit now, is putting it through there. Okay. And as you'll see, the welding rod pulls through. The wire with it. Sorry, it brings a fishing line through with it. I don't know, I could just buy another table. But we like this table, and as other people have said, they also like the table. So this I will gently pull through. It was a lot easier earlier for some reason, I don't know why. But I'm going to gently pull this through so it goes through that hole. As you'll see, the elastic should come out the other side, which it does. Just like that. Ta-da! So now that can come out of my loop for now. I can now feed, I could have put that over the end of the wire of course, and over the end of the welding rod. Feed that donut through that. That will then sit in there. That will give me a spacer between each of the slats, which is what's needed really. Okay. And then we'll just keep going. That slat all the way through. So see you in a bit. So I'll just bring you in for some close-ups. So here was the end cap. I had this end cap off so I could get the needle in at the end. There are the two holes which go through, as you can see, and it goes through all the way here. Like I said, I've lost some of these black donuts, but I've got enough to give each one a spacing, which is okay. Would be nice if I'd either made some more to go through all of them, but it doesn't matter. So these end caps again come off. You'll probably see hopefully in the time lapse where I bent the needle through here and then back in again. So I've come around this one and along here, and then I brought it out here and then just tied it off. So just get me a drink. I know it's not a beer. So yeah, before I was doing this, I was like, I know I'm going to use this bit of wire. That didn't work, but while I've been going through it and doing it, I've been thinking, and while the time lapse was going, really all this is like a little needle threader. So anybody who does sewing or uses a sewing machine, you get like a little metal foil tab with a thin wire shape on it, and you put your thread through that. You poke your wire threader, your thread threader, into your needle hole using the wire, and then you poke your thread through the loop and then pull the loop through. It's exactly what I've got here. I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier, but it's just done what I've had to do. So hopefully this will help somebody. If you've got a table like this, let's say this is a HiGear. Excuse me, weather's not very nice either, so I've had to come into the garage and do it. So yeah, this now, it's a bit loose actually. I should have tied it off a bit more. I can pull it out, I can tie off a bit more if I need to. Which I will do, I think. So yeah, this folds up, and this will now go back to as it should do. I'm going to tighten that up. I am going to tighten that up. That's going to annoy me otherwise. Obviously there was some some loose elastic. So anybody who's seen us would have seen us with this table. It broke last year, and I'm just getting around to fix it because we need to use it next week. So I'm not a lazy little shit. I'm not lazy, but I do things when things are needed. So yeah, hopefully you found this useful. If you've got a table like this and you're going to throw it out, don't get yourself a bit of wire. That bit of wire can be anything. You could use something out of a bit of electric cable, bit of solid, you know, like electric 2.5mm twin and earth. Use the earth strand. Bind a piece of fishing line to it and super glue it in place with the loop. Thread the piece of wire through, poke your elastic through the loop, draw it through. Otherwise, this table I think would have been confined to the great caravan picnic table in the sky, and I'm not having that. I think I was born in Yorkshire, maybe. Very thrifty. I like to fix things if I can. I don't like throwing anything out, and specifically this table was served us well as a family for so many years. I don't want to get rid of it. Might pass it on as an heirloom. Sorry kids, that's all you're getting. Right, well, if you like it, like the video, click a thumbs up, leave a little comment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Yeah, enjoy whatever you do, wherever you go, and whatever you got. Until the next time, hopefully this helps. See you again. Churro. Thanks for watching. Bye.